Welcome back to The Explainer. Let's jump right in. Today, we're taking a fascinating journey deep into the human psyche to examine an incredibly insightful piece of writing simply titled Indifferent. We usually think of indifference as just, well, a blank space, right? Like a total void of emotion. But the text we're exploring today completely shatters that notion. It's going to take us on a wild ride from the suffocating weight of emotional numbness all the way to vibrant authenticity. One thing can happen or another. I don't care about it either way. Man, have you ever felt that? Just that profound sense of apathy where the world kind of washes over you without making a dent? That absolute zero of emotional investment. It is a heavy place to be. But the text we're dissecting today looks really closely at exactly where that feeling comes from. And as we're going to see, it is so much more complex than simply not caring. All right, Section 1. A stranger in ignorance, the choice not to care. The author defines indifference as a stranger in ignorance, something that is known to look away and be silent. But wait, here is the critical phrase from the text that flips our understanding totally upside down. This is where I choose not to care. See, indifference isn't just some passive accident that happens to you, like catching a cold. It's often an active, deliberate state of being. We decide there are things not worth our attention. We decide there are things we won't share. We literally build the wall ourselves. But why? Why do we actively choose to shut down? Let's look at Section 2, the hidden roots of apathy. What's beneath the surface? The author brilliantly links the feeling of indifference to three distinct roots of underlying pain. First up, hidden hurt. The text notes that there's gotta be hurt somewhere within when we are feeling indifferent and in misery. Second, an astray belief. We feel like nothing is worth my keeping, basically because our internal compass has been knocked off course. And third, misdirection. We might actually be upset at one thing, but we project our indifference onto something else entirely. The author points out that power has a say in this too, mapping the ground with intensity. So, underneath that calm, numb exterior, there's actually a highly intense, misdirected emotional storm happening. Moving into Section 3. Losing one's realness, the actual cost of apathy. Now, that protective shell might sound pretty safe, but it comes with a steep cost. The text issues this stark warning. It is beliefs without my control. It is a losing of one's realness. Think about that. When we surrender to apathy, we're letting our hidden hurts and misguided beliefs run on autopilot, and this lack of control completely strips away our authenticity. We disconnect from who we truly are, kind of just fading into the background of our own lives. And this brings up a brilliantly dangerous paradox. You'd probably assume that choosing indifference is like hitting the brakes, right? Just a way to slow down and stop feeling. But the author realizes that indifference doesn't put on a brake or a stop. Instead, it fuels unwanted actions and actually has a direction towards extremes. It secretly changes us right under the surface until we reach a critical mass where we literally must either explode or repair. It's an entirely unsustainable state. Okay, Section 4, the flashing amber light, the big turning point. Suddenly, the pacing of the text just pauses. The author turns inward, looks right past all that apathy, and asks a simple but earth-shattering question. What brought this to me? It's this absolutely vital moment of self-interrogation. And immediately they follow it up with the second question, can I be a blank slate? Right here, the author delivers a wonderfully reassuring, optimistic realization. The answer is, this will also go away. Listen, indifference is not a permanent life sentence. It is a passing state. The text acknowledges there's a certain need for it, but it needs to be felt with change. Section 5. Choosing intuitive awareness. Choosing action. The text actually hands us an actionable, step-by-step roadmap to get from that passive realization into deliberate recovery, to overcome that staleness and return to a vibrant life. Step 1, construct myself and return with a completely new agenda and aim. Step 2, begin to build my future. And step 3, which might just be the most important antidote to numbness, I feel all my felt senses. It is a conscious, deliberate reactivation of the physical and emotional self. To pull this off, the author makes a really passionate plea. We've got to throw away nonsensical logic and replace it with intuitive awareness. Because when you are trapped in the extreme numbness of indifference, you cannot just overthink your way out of it. Rigid, nonsensical logic is going to keep you trapped. You have to reconnect with genuine, intuitive awareness and stop being lost in all my reasons. This creates such a beautiful duality within the text. We get to witness a complete transformation. We go from being a passive man lost and stale to a person authentic, someone who isn't lost anymore but is confidently standing out. It is literally the ultimate triumph of presence over absence. Bringing us to Section 6, a bold new direction, moving forward. The outcomes of this transformation are incredibly positive. Returning to the external world brings this massive new sense of purpose and strength. The author realizes they have a lot to give and explore. They're no longer isolated, they're moving in cooperation with the external world. They're eager to communicate with their interconnections and finally capable of seeing life from another viewpoint. The apathy has been totally eradicated by vibrant engagement. So, the crucial takeaway here is this powerful metaphor that anchors the entire piece. Indifference is a flashing amber. It wants to produce a new direction. It is not a permanent failure. It's a warning signal, just like a yellow traffic light. It's telling you to pay attention, to prepare for a shift. It's prompting a vital course correction in your life. The text leaves us with the mandate that indifference is asking us to vigilantly choose a direction. So I want to pass that directly on to you. Think about your own life, your own moments of numbness. What new direction are you being asked to vigilantly choose today? When that flashing amber light goes off, how will you construct yourself, feel your senses, and step back out into the world? Thank you so much for joining me to explore this profound roadmap today. And hey, keep looking out for those flashing ambers.